Hello and welcome to Granada Reports. First this evening, Greater Manchester Police say they're investigating a video which appears to show 3 officers kicking and punching a man whilst arresting him at Manchester Airport. The video, sent to the Manchester Evening News, shows the arrest being made at the airport's bus station on Sunday. Tim Scott has the latest.
The footage, which some viewers may find disturbing, was filmed by a tourist on a coach just a few yards away from the incident at the bus station here at Manchester Airport on Sunday. It appears to show a man being restrained by police officers who punch and kick him while he's on the ground. An officer appears to hit the man with his hands 4 times and then kick him twice in the stomach. And the man then appears to be hit by other officers. It's understood police were called to the bus station after reports of a man being drunk and disorderly who was refused entry onto a bus and was causing a disturbance. This comes 5 months after another incident, a different incident here at the airport involving police and members of the public. Footage of that was shown online and prompted protests. 2 men were charged in relation to that incident, but the CPS said no police officers will face prosecution. Regarding the latest incident on Sunday, Greater Manchester Police say they understand the concerns around the use of force in that video. They say their professional standards unit is investigating and reviewing CCTV and footage from police officers' body-worn cameras. Tim Scott, ITV News, Manchester Airport.
Parents whose children attend a respite centre in Liverpool say they're heartbroken at a proposal to close it. Bradbury House at the Royal School for the Blind in Wavertree provides residential care for children with complex needs. But from next summer, the school says it will no longer offer respite stays because of funding pressures. Some mums have told us they're devastated and that their children have nowhere else to go. Zoe Muldoon reports.
They are just going to see it as a loss, aren't they? Well, why can't I go? What have I done?
These mums all have children with complex needs and say a respite centre in Liverpool is a lifeline for them and their families. But they've been told it'll close in a few months, leaving them with nowhere to go.
It's genuinely heartbreaking. It's been a home away from home for Alex when he's needed it most.
The Royal School for the Blind in Wavertree announced it will no longer offer respite stays at its Bradbury House centre from next summer because of funding pressures. It's come as a huge blow to Alison and her son Alex, who has cerebral palsy.
It's been a respite for all of us, not just for Alex. It's lovely for him going there to see his friends and things. It's the fact that it will be taken away from us is really, really upsetting.
The proposed closure comes just weeks after Children's Hospice Zoe's Place was saved. Julia's son Anthony has used Zoe's Place and Bradbury House, but now they're faced with nowhere to go.
I really feel sick. I know there's nowhere other Anthony could go. I know that. Other respites are not. He's too complex for it. So that's the grey area where there's a lack of facility for them children. And it's always the same. It's always the same, and then it's just so unfair that they're going to have to now try and find somewhere for our children. I can't see it happening.
Bradbury helps all of us as a family. It's not just for Benjamin, it's not just for me, it's for all of us. At least when he's at Bradbury, I can have that break and have that rest. But equally, it's a break for him because he gets independence away from mummy.
Stacey's son Benjamin is registered blind and has severe learning disabilities. She and the other parents have started a campaign to keep Bradbury House open. How frustrating is it that you as parents are having to fight this fight?
It is frustrating and it should never have gotten to this point at all in the first place. But at the end of the day, when it comes to our children, we are their advocate.
The Royal School for the Blind said the closure had been a difficult decision, but the deficit for residential provision is already not financially sustainable and will only get worse. These mums say having a child with complex needs means everything is a battle, and this is one they're willing to fight all the way. Zoe Muldoon, ITV News.
3 men have been charged with the murder of a man outside a pub in Blackburn on Christmas Day. Kirk Marsden was hit by a Toyota Land Cruiser outside the Gate Street bar and died of his injuries on Boxing Day. James Ward, Michael O'Neill and Thomas Ward have all been charged with his murder. Police are still appealing for witnesses. Now, Greater Manchester Police say they've seen a double spike in religious hate crime over the last 18 months. Anti-Semitic offences rose sharply in the weeks following the October 7th attack. The force also recorded an increase in Islamophobia in the wake of the Southport stabbings in July, which was followed by riots and disorder in cities around the country. Well, next to the sight loss charity that's making a real difference to visually impaired people in the northwest. Galloway's near Preston offers emotional and physical support to thousands of people every year. And as demand increases, the charity says more needs to be done to keep vital services like theirs open in the new year and beyond. Lauren Ostrich has more.
Festivities are in full swing, but Galloway's sight loss charity in Preston celebrate their differences all year round. Jenny's a support worker. She's made it her mission to empower others living with a visual impairment to lead independent lives. This time last year, she was feeling far from festive after her assistant's dog Nutmeg was retired. And due to the shortage of guide dogs, the wait for another was looking lengthy.
I was terrified. Absolutely terrified of that thought of kind of almost going backwards in my sight loss journey.
As well as help from guide dogs, Jenny was able to lean on her colleagues at Galloway's until she was matched with Collis 3 months later. How vital are services like Galloway's?
Life-saving. Everybody's kind of re-looking at how they deliver their service for best value for money for the service users, you know, at the end of the day. And it's really, really difficult. More than 90% of our funding is given by the generosity of the public, you know, and it's vital that that comes in.
Galloway's has helped Lorraine since she began her sight loss journey. She has a condition called keratoconus.
Massively scary to think that I can see all right now, but tomorrow I might not be able to see. It's just like, how do you comprehend that? What do you do with that? Now, obviously, through Galloway's I do all sorts. I do water park, I do rock climbing, tennis, we go for walks weekly, and as well as all the activity side, their emotional support is great too. So obviously now I'm living on site, I can just bob across anytime I need something or want something, or even if I just want a friendly face and a chat. They're always there to help.
Merry Christmas everybody, that's good.
Back at the Christmas party and the special guest has arrived. Ross McCarthy featured on the reality show Married at First Sight and knows all too well the challenges of living with a disability.
Because a lot of people out there, they have the fear. They don't show what I'm showing. So the reason why I did this to prove them that you can do it as well.
For these service users, Galloway's is the best gift under the tree. And as we enter the new year, it's hoped the charity can continue to spread cheer to those who need it most. Lauren Ostrich, ITV News, near Preston.
Sticking with football now, and a group of men on Merseyside have formed a club dedicated to improving their mental well-being. Wirral Football Therapy launched earlier this year and provides 90 minutes of football every week for men who face struggles with their mental health. Mike Hall's been along to find out more.
They joined the club as strangers, but they share a common bond. The players on this pitch have faced issues with their mental health, but for 90 minutes a week, they get to leave them on the sidelines. This is Wirral Football Therapy.
A lot of people have experienced anxiety, stress, whether that be work or personal life. They've also struggled with gambling, some even suicidal and self-harm.
Since it launched in April, nearly 2,500 minutes of free football have been played here, helping men with their mental and physical health, including those who set up the team.
I got diagnosed with autism last year, which has explained a lot about myself over the past, over my life, things I've struggled with. I also suffer with bulimia and depression, which has been quite severe throughout my life. I think this has definitely helped me. Helping the guys, speaking to the guys, and giving me a focus to help people has helped me help myself, which has been good for me.
So far, more than 70 men have taken to this pitch. For some, it's a night to switch off. For others, an opportunity to let off steam. For all of them, it's been a game changer.
Roughly about 8 years ago, my wife wanted to relocate to the Wirral, the area, to kind of raise our family. And the hardest thing about coming over here was not knowing anybody at all. I kind of felt quite alone for a while and just kind of dived into my career head first. At the same time, I missed the camaraderie of football and making friends and just the overall feeling of just being out on a pitch and running about and just scoring goals, having fun. That's what it's all about.
All my life I've suffered with, depression and anxiety and things like that. And I found myself getting to a point where it was like, well, I'm not doing anything with myself anymore. I'm sitting around, it's making me feel 10 times worse than usual.
So what has it done for you?
What's it done for me? Well, obviously a lot of health benefits, lost quite a lot of weight, and it's really brought me out of my shell quite a lot, I think. The first week I came, I didn't really speak to anybody, but now it's like they're my best mates, like I've known them all my life.
And it's that connection that brings them back week after week.
It's something that you have to keep on top of. It's almost like nursing an injury. Your mental health's the same. It's never ever gone away, but I'm now more aware of when I'm slipping back into potentially those areas, and I'm now more aware of how to get myself back out of those situations through lived experience and through doing things like Wirral Football Therapy.
Wirral Football Therapy meet every Monday night. It's a kickabout where the only result that matters is improving everyone's mental well-being. Mike Hall, ITV News, Birkenhead.
A fantastic project. And finally tonight, congratulations to actress Michelle Keegan. He's announced that she's expecting her first baby with husband Mark Wright. The former Coronation Street and now Netflix star, who's from Stockport, broke the news on her Instagram page. The couple have been together since 2012 and married in 2015. Lovely news. Here's Kerry.
Mum, wet wipes, toilet or bin?
Bin. Why?
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Hello, a very good evening to you. We had a bit of sunshine around the region today, which was nice. Still some cloud around, still a little bit of rain and drizzle at times, but for most of us it's been a dry and brighter day after a lovely sunrise this morning. But it does seem that 2024 is going out with not a bang from the fireworks, but some wet and windy weather as we head towards New Year's Eve evening and a cold start to 2025. So we've been warm and windy today. It's this weather front that's going to give us some problems as we head through tomorrow, sinking south and eastwards, and then as we head through into the early part of New Year's Day, another dollop of rain. So we could see some very high rainfall totals accompanied by strong and gusty winds, and then the cold air digging in from the north as we head through the first couple of days of 2025. So in comparison, overnight tonight, we've still got those strong winds. It's a blustery night, a mild night with plenty of cloud and bits and pieces of light rain and drizzle perhaps out of any thicker cloud, but essentially it's dry, mild and very windy as we head into the first part of New Year's Eve day. So tomorrow morning there will be a lot of dry weather to come, although quite cloudy, blustery, and then as the day progresses we see this area of rain sink its way south and eastwards. There'll be some heavy pulses. It will be fairly persistent for much of the afternoon and early evening, and the winds very strong and gusty. So we swap the wind warning in the north of the region during the course of the evening to a rain warning by 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, all the way through into New Year's Day as this system pushes its way through. We are expecting it to be thoroughly unsettled by the end of the day, and then it does turn much colder but a little bit clearer from the north into Thursday.
Cleaned up well.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Thanks, Carrie. Well, that's it from us tonight. Lauren's back in Good Morning Britain tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.